This is Alfred Poor. Welcome to Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. And tonight I'm standing here talking with J.F. Sullivan from, is it Acision? Acision. And as I understand it, your company is primarily an infrastructure company, but you have a new application that you're promoting and that's aimed at the end user. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
So we've been an infrastructure provider for 21 years, and last year we decided that at this point, with the entire value proposition moving to applications, the App Store, the consumer usage, we needed to get into the game. If for no other reason, so that we could demonstrate all the cool things that we have on our backend infrastructure and how that makes life great for the user, great for the carrier.
So why do we need another messaging application?
Because they're not, because interestingly enough, from my perspective, we provide a number of technologies, not just SMS, voice over IP, voicemail integration, IP connectivity into the new OTT play. And if you handed me any client, WhatsApp, Viper, Tango, WeChat, Line, I could keep going. I can't show you a single client that can demonstrate all of the capabilities on our backend infrastructure. So that's why we had to build one of ourselves.
Cool. So let's take a look at some of those great features.
So what we decided to do last year was we knew that we needed to have a basic messaging client. So we built out a basic messaging client. You can see a number of communications in here. Here's the first interesting thing about this. Everybody that's a user using this client will show up as green. Anybody who is a user but's not on right now will show up as this red dot. And anybody else will show up as gray. In other words, you can still communicate with everybody even if they're not using the client. It'll simply fail over to SMS, fail over to MMS when appropriate. Everybody in your address book can still communicate with you and get messages back and forth.
Very cool. All right.
The next thing that happens is, one of the first things that we had to solve was, okay, we can build a client, so what's actually in that message window? Okay, what's the standard things? It's rich content, so there's voice, there's video, there's images. Interestingly enough, it's also a web browser baked into the client. So any HTML content can also be in the client. So we're actually looking at a browser-based content here of various applications here. If I click on this, it actually takes me inside of a browser. And I'm not looking inside of a browser, inside of the app.
But you're still inside your app.
I'm still inside the app. So when I go back here, I'm still back to that message window, back to that conversation. Some other things that we thought about was, okay, that's good. Now we've got a set of capabilities. We've got rich content in there. When it's applicable, we're doing RCS. When RCS fails us, we go straight OTT. But how does the operator make money? That's the key, right? Because we are, at the end of the day, we are a company that traditionally has had operators as our primary customer. So one of the things that we did was define premium content channels. You can have any content that the operator has, and all operators have content. They have deals with B-Sky-B, Eurosport, etc. That content can be fed in here as a live channel in that HTML content. So here I have our own, let me go back here. Here I have the what's new in our live. This is just content that's published to the channel, and it's pushed down to that user. But it gets better. I can also take any RSS content. It can be fed in as content into a channel to the user. So now here you're looking at a bunch of content from RSS feeds.
And all the time, you haven't lost the customer yet. No. You're all staying within your application.
Exactly. And not more than that, they're actually sharing this content, right? So one of the very cool features that we decided to do that we even registered a patent on is that we can split the screen. So anything that's content, any conversation I'm having or other content, here's what's new about our client. That content up here can be drag and dropped. Click on it, drag it, and drop it into that message window. So now I can share that content with everybody else that I'm already talking to. I'm actually going to show you some, just so I don't show you there's nothing on my sleeve, all the basic stuff. See what I see. So here I'm having see what I see. I'll call Carmen. And now if you look at over there, there's you'll see his phone changing because he's seeing what I'm actually looking at my phone. So you can imagine now I could actually be having a window that I'm having 5 conversations with my 5 mates to see what I see in another window, and now they're all seeing that same content shared on their phones. Likewise, what else? I hit so many screens, my fingers are too fat here, sorry about that. Finally, I think actually, no, that was it. So that was all I wanted to say about content and feeds. Now, taking it all the way back to the user, I think that was your original question for me. So taking it all the way back to the user gets a chance to do something that right now they can't do, right? They can do pieces of it. Everybody has a way to fail over to voice. I can be talking to Carmen. I can actually initiate a voice call. Can I? Okay. So while I'm talking to Carmen, I can just do a voice call, and it'll show up as I'm calling him. He'll answer the phone. I don't want to talk. I decided I want to look at him, so I can actually do a video call with him. And now what'll happen is he'll answer, and now we're seeing what he sees, right? All of the capabilities that were out there, we're doing. RCS when it's there, OTT when it's not. We're even showing here on this desktop here an example of WebRTC, which is obviously not covered by this RCS specification or join. So you've got a WebRTC session there happening on the desktop, and you look over here, you can see the video happening on the phone as well, inside the client.
So the big value here is that you're offering your vendors, the phone service providers, an application that will help them capture their users, give them more features, and not let go of them to the other systems like Facebook and WhatsApp and those kinds of things.
Yeah, interestingly enough, when we talk to the marketing people in our carriers, all of them don't have a problem with more content, more applications, more clients. The more channels they have to get content in front of those users, capture those eyeballs, get those people using the data services, the better and happier everybody is.
But if it's their service,
even better. Even better. Now, it turns out that the client, by the way, just in case anybody sees the video, is available on the Google Play Store. It's also on the iTunes App Store. We're running our own infrastructure to support. We're trying to build out tens of thousands of people using the community, because the best way to build a cool client is to get everybody to tell you what they want next.
Cool. Well, I'll have to download it and get it on my phone and give it a try.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
So, once again, here from Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, I'm Alfred Poor for newdomain.net. Thanks for watching.